Good morning, good morning. How y'all doing? What's happening? So this video, I hope you can hear me all right. This video gonna start about the Athletic came out with 100 greatest football players, and they had Tom Brady as number one. I've seen various people, some had issue with it, this, that, and the other. Um, Brady's the greatest quarterback ever. He's the greatest winner. Um, he's the Bill Russell of the NFL because you got to acknowledge, he's got more chips than some teams have wins. Think about it. When you think about how historical um, his run has been, think about what he has done. It's incredible. Joe Montana had 4 rings. This guy got 7, 10 trips to the Super Bowl. Think about it. 22-year career. And that's nearly 50% of being in the Super Bowl. And that's not, if we just go by AFC championship games or NFC championship game, that's about 60% of his career has been at the championship game. So it's either a championship game, go to show, or bust. That's mind-blowing when you have that kind of career. So he definitely belongs in that conversation. My cousin happens to be Lawrence Taylor. He's from Williamsburg, Virginia. And Lawrence Taylor was a game changer. Changed the game on defense. Just changed the game. He definitely belongs way up there. Lawrence was incredible. That was a different era, but if you could stop the run, he could create so much. He could create offense on defense. Bill Parcells ran the defense a certain way. He was mind-blowing. He was that dude. Jerry Rice, still the GOAT receiver. Set a standard, incredible. Jerry Rice is kind of like the Wilt Chamberlain, Barry Bonds, Babe Ruth of the numbers in football. So his is mind-blowing. Jim Brown, incredible running back, game changer, incredible. I know it ain't popular to say O.J. Simpson should be considered in the top 15 or so, because if it was just based on the field, the 2,000 yards and his dominance on the field and what he did, and being a player of the 70s, that if you were a running back and you were a player of a decade, considering the quarterbacks and how dominant teams were back in the 70s, even the Pittsburgh Steelers said that's the only guy that they were worried about. He should be considered somewhere in that 10 to 12 range, I think, because I stick to the field, and OJ was that dude. And, of course, you can make argument with Walter Payton way up there, of course. Deion Sanders, he changed the corner game because I've seen other guys who were fast, like Darrell Green, Rod Woodson, etc. But I ain't never seen a dude who could literally keep his do-rag on, keep his hair in place, and you're not going to throw the ball his way. Even Brett Favre, when Brett Favre was gunning and slinging in his peak in his prime, did not go to prime. And, of course, kickoff returns, punt returns. He was must-see. And he was that good. And he was like a Ricky Henderson type of guy. Because when he left Atlanta started getting good. Went to the 49ers, they won. Then he went to Dallas. So he made the free agency. He was pre-LeBron James, before LeBron James, taking your talents elsewhere and being that dude that could take you. He should get some strong, high-tier consideration. Joe Montana, obviously, was like almost flawless in the postseason. Incredible quarterback. And kind of doesn't get as much as he should, but he was bad. Peyton Manning would get more had he won bigger in the postseason, because the regular season, it's kind of like when I look at James Harden, and I know that Jordan, Kobe, Dwayne Wade are going to be better, maybe Jerry West. It depends on how you look at shooting guards. But when you look at the stats, the regular season, it's mind-blowing. Peyton Manning, incredible regular season. Yeah, I might say the best ever quarterback in the regular season, and it depends on what your status is. If you're going by success, the team oriented, but so it all depends on what your criteria is. Barry Sanders deserves a lot of high love. He's in that 15 to 20 range, I think. There are guys who definitely belong in there. Bruce Smith should be way up there. Reggie White got a lot of love. Dick Buckus did. It's hard to definitively say who's one on one, because game has changed drastically. When I watch any of the sports, especially football and basketball. Football, because it's more offensive oriented, more quarterback friendly, more protection. So, but anyway, Tom Brady voted the GOAT football player. I'm not going to necessarily have a problem with that, because he is dominant. He also went to Michigan, and I'm a Michigan Wolverines college football fan. So I always, root with that in mind. And I just think the guy is bad. It's hard to argue against him because his longevity, his dominance, it speaks for itself. And the bottom line, like Herm Edwards said, you play the game to win. He ain't going to be the most mobile, not the most mind blowing, because it doesn't work that way. Michael Vick was like a machine that just didn't get the right pieces and it wasn't fine tuned. Cam Newton looked like the LeBron James, Carmelo, Shaquille O'Neal quarterbacks. It just didn't get the finished product. Randall Cunningham was incredible mover shaker, just didn't get the finished product. So it ain't always, John Elway should get a lot of love. Aaron Rodgers will for his talent, but the lack of chips. So there's a difference with your criteria, how you hold it. But anyway, give me your thoughts and takes. Who you think is the greatest NFL player ever? Do you agree with Tom Brady being voted the best ever? I think he's the GOAT quarterback, easily. And he definitely belongs in discussion as the GOAT. He belongs in discussion because if you're playing to win, that's all that matters. That's what they always said. People got different rules. They tend to move the rim to shoot their range. I noticed that in different arguments about this or that. But if it's about the bottom line. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments. I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. And it's good to have these lively discussions because, sports plays a big part and people do have a take on certain things. So I welcome it out.